No se apure, caballero, que también y fue varón.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do this.
I'm good.
Bien alado, porque el nene fue varón. And we are going to do that jam later on, me and
Oh,
him.
cool. All right.
But
All right. Are we ready? Everybody can hear me? Hello, hello? Hello, hello?
oh, that's for you, my friend.
So we can.
Wait.
Yeah, we'll do it together. Yeah, or whatever. I don't know.
Here we got.
Juntos pero no
We got
revueltos.
Red up in the house looking at everything. Big Red.
We on?
Got Laker Lover. You know who that is? Rachel.
Yeah.
And Robert.
Rachel and Robert. Nasty Group's always on. I love that.
Beto, prende el pinche leño, primo.
Jet Jones. That Jones.
That's
my
my daughter.
from Vegas is here this weekend, finally. Not that they're here, but
Along with little Mookie, our grandson.
my baby Mooks.
Híjole.
So, welcome everybody, Simply Stunningz Hall of Fame. Sorry, running a little late. You know why? Because our guests asked for artichokes for part of the meal. I've never made them. I didn't know how long it took. You have to trim them and cut them and wash them and lemon them and steam them and bring them out and bake them and cover them again. And yeah,
Marinados en
I
calzones.
swear they better be good. But as you all know, I'm Sandra.
Martín.
Marty. And in honor of, I have Rosie here from Sangria. She brought me a shitload of shot glasses from Hawaii. She just came back from Hawaii
With the
last
tan.
week. With the tan.
Oh, yeah.
And she
Yeah.
said the weather was kind of cool too, but she looks awesome. She'll come and show her face right now. So I don't know what it tastes like. I just threw it together within 3 seconds. Has rum and lemonade cucumber. Okay.
As we say in the music businesses, do it show tempo.
Show tempo, that's
Let's
right.
do it.
All right,
All
let's
right.
do it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
A little strong, but okay.
Ay, wait. Está
Wait,
bueno.
wait.
Oh, sabroso.
Oh, good.
Pa'
All
calentar
right,
motores.
all right. John also, Unique Media, of course, doing
Yes,
our
sir.
show. He just
Yes,
took a
sir.
shot of the cucumber lemonade.
Cucumber lemonade.
So our special guest is Leonard Luna.
Yeah, T-Bone in the house. Freight train, baby.
You guys have been hearing him talk a little bit on the background with Martin right now. So, Martin, you want to say anything before we turn it over to Leonard? Because Leonard talks a lot. He's like Caesar.
Yes.
So he has a lot of stories. I love it.
Well, first we always want to start off with Leonard. You know, your family background and how you got started in the music, and what was your first instrument?
Where
So,
were you born? Where you
yeah,
came from?
Give us that.
Talk to us.
Born here in Fontana, California.
Kentucky.
Kentucky. Yes.
Yeehaw.
As Johnny Carson once said, where corn is king and the sheep look good in lipstick.
Oh my God.
You could have used this back then, dude.
Ay, ay, ay.
Sheep look good in lipstick. Este sí es sucio de los míos. I love it. A lo que yo vine fue a esto.
No, it was
In your familia, your mom and pops?
my mom was born in High Grove, California. My dad was in San Bernardino County Hospital, 1932.
Wow.
And the youngest of 12 brothers and sisters. My mom was in the middle of about 11 brothers and sisters.
Wow.
And so
We're all-
I'm the last out of 10, but 11 takes the cake, baby. Wow.
so three. And in the words of Roberto Duran, it was no mas after that. Love and respect for Manos de Piedra, but I had to use that.
Oh my God, that's great. So, and then you were born here, well, Kentucky.
1967.
1967, so I'm 2 years older than you. I'm 65.
I'm 66.
1965.
You're okay. You're not 65, bro.
I'm gonna be 60 next
Yeah,
year.
You're still a
he
young
feels
man.
it. He feels it.
I'll be 60 next year. Yeah, no, I feel good, man. I feel good.
So anyway, proceed.
Oh, no,
I want to know when the music came in and why.
okay. My grandfather and his sister were two of the first music instructors here in the Inland Empire back in they came over in the early 1900s. And
Dude, that's before the Civil War, bro.
oh man.
When Sangria started, right?
Yeah. I don't know, but George Washington was in the high school yearbook.
Oh my God. Jeez.
No, with that, I know he, a lot of the bands that were here in the 40s and 50s, Sal Vasquez,
Wow.
Lucky Sus Latinos, La Orquesta de Bear Velázquez, a lot of those were students of either my Aunt Margarita or my grandfather Guadalupe. And I'd say probably in the late 60s, early 70s, my brothers with my cousin Mike Sanchez started a band called the Sinners, which was, they were strictly rock, classic rock. My dad and a neighbor kind of got involved, introduced them to the album Que Bruto by Little Joey La Familia back in the early 70s. And the rest was history, because my dad told them, you guys are going to stay gigging once a month unless you guys start playing versatile.
Yeah.
So they brought some Tejano, some cumbia into their mix, some country, and the rest was history. I'd say from I'd say 74 all the way to like 85, 86. My mom did their bookings for them, and if you wanted that band on a Saturday, you had to call a year and a half, 2 years in advance.
Wow.
Oh my God.
That's freaking awesome.
I got to play with them towards the end of their tenure. I was 17, 18 years old. That band went through some great musicians. They had some great musicians in the band.
Yeah.
They rivaled the big bands in the area back in the day, which was Latin Society, Maya, Combo Azul. My brother's band was Combo Azul, El Combo Azul.
Okay.
And they would just really bounce from one end of the spectrum to the other, to where a lot of these bands, be it R&B or the tropical side, they had their fortes, and you could tell, when they were out of their element. This band, you really didn't know when they were out of their element, because they like Sangria, they bounce from one end to the other quick.
Right.
Yeah.
And very inspiring for me. So I left for the Marine Corps in 1986, right? I graduated.
Wow.
Hoorah!
Yeah, baby. Marine right here.
You're gonna get one of those hats.
I graduated on a Thursday night. On Sunday evening, I was in those yellow footprints with a drill instructor in my face telling me that I belonged to him. Right?
Oh.
And so, no, I mean,
Where were you based out of?
I went through my basic at MCRD San Diego,
San Diego.
and shortly after that, went through my infantry school training at Camp Pendleton in San Onofre.
Right there.
And so I was supposed to go do barracks duty in an island off the coast of Africa called Diego Garcia. That was the name of the island.
Diego Garcia?
We have to look at the bright side of things, right? At the time, the bright side was, hey, there's nobody out there, but you're going to save a lot of money. that was the bright side, okay?
Wow.
So at the last minute, uncle of mine, who was a drill instructor at San Diego, got me not only an audition with the Marine band, got me an interview to become a presidential guard in Washington, D.C. They do a background on you. I didn't think I was going to get to go out there and do this. And the day they were giving out orders, I looked at my orders. I go, are these correct? I'm going to Marine Barracks, Washington, D.C. So I got to do that for 2 years.
Very cool.
Which was a blessing. It was a blessing and a half. I got to keep up my music out there. And as soon as my 2-year term was over with barracks duty, I came out west. They give you a dream sheet. So on my dream sheet, I picked #1 duty station in California, #2 Kainoi Bay, Hawaii,
Nice.
#3, of course, Lejeune in Carolina. So everybody was getting shipped off to Lejeune. So I figured I was going to go to what they used to call the armpit of the Marine Corps, which was Lejeune. I look at my orders, and I'm sent to California, which my mom, everybody was really happy that I was coming back home. And got to do all their CACs and 29 Palms. I went through their cold weather training, through their rope master training. We left for, we pumped out to Okinawa shortly after that. Nice. We did all our training. And I did my 6-month deployment in Okinawa, one of the last ships to go to the Philippines. Wow. And got to go to do Team Spirit in Korea.
Sweet.
Did a rope master class with the Korean Rock Marines out there.
That sounds sexual, bro.
It was quite a sexual experience, because it definitely caused a lot of...
It's climbing?
Rappelling off hills.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I mean, I used to work on roofs with my brother, but still, rappelling off a 500, 600, 700 foot cliff is not correct. So
yeah.
I was a little scared of heights,
Heck yeah.
but I was an NCO already. So
you're gonna do it.
You have to set the example for your troops, right? So no way I was gonna say, hey, no. So
I'm doing it.
I went through the class with a Korean master sergeant, and talk about paying attention in a language or an accent that I didn't even understand. The master sergeant said, he looked at me and goes, "You pay attention to me. I guarantee you security. You don't pay attention to me, no can do." And so you bet, in that class, I was all ears 150%.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I got home in 1990, started practicing again, started taking lessons, playing with a band out here called After 7. Did a lot of work with them. The guy that really got me into salsa was a DJ out of Ontario here, Steve Cervantes. Worked with me at Stater Brothers Warehouse for, well, close to 30 years.
Oh,
right?
Oh,
shit.
wow.
And
How old are you? 90?
Yeah, no, I just turned 56.
Wow.
And no, this guy, he really helped me out a lot and told me, he goes, you need to go talk to Dan Rios with Sangria. You need to start playing with them and, putting yourself in Los Angeles. And I never thought I was, able to play with, with some of these bands out here. And
Yeah.
so I had met Dan. I subbed in one day at the swap meet to play with him.
Mm-hmm.
And Dan had just lost a very dear friend. I don't know the last name, but his name was Walter, I believe, the trombone player. Just played with him, Walter.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why a lot of my friends here were after me to start playing with a band, right?
Yes.
And so as soon as I started playing out here, my phone starts ringing like crazy because now, believe it or not, the Santa Fe Springs Swap Meet, I mean,
Yeah.
so many gigs, and
Oh,
people
yeah.
don't realize that it's a good venue for not only to get private gigs, but people are always watching.
Oh, yeah. We got
Oh
a lot
my
of private
God,
gigs from
yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So-
this weekend, this Sunday, on April 7th, we will be there, Sangria.
Yes.
And he will be on T-Bone.
Oh, yeah. He's been with
El,
Sangria.
el burrito sabanero.
Yeah.
Cicatriz
We're
de
wearing our
pandillero.
Dodger-looking jerseys in
Yes,
case
indeed.
anybody wants
We're
to
wearing
wear
blue.
their blue.
We're in blue and white.
Yes, indeed.
But no, what happened to you then, obviously, like what's happened to Michael Bautista, he started playing with us trumpet, switched
Yeah.
over to guitar,
What's up
and
with that?
now that kid, my God, he has so many phone calls and he's writing music and
He's working through the night.
writing the charts and stuff. Yeah, I
Pinche
think he's
muñeco,
working
cabrón.
harder.
Muñeco,
cabrón.
me caes gordo.
Güey.
MCG.
Anyway, but no. So that happened to you. Go on.
Yes, no, and I started playing in the salsa circuit, and with I got to actually back up a few artists. I got to back up Willie Gonzalez out of Puerto Rico. Carlos Guerrero used to be the singer for Grupo Nietzsche,
Wow.
and who else?
But what made you pick up the trumpet?
Actually,
did
my
that start?
cousin. I have a cousin. Probably, I'm not gonna mention his name. He knows who he is, but.
Te debe feria, huh? Oh, maybe you owe him
Yeah,
money.
no, I probably owe
Yeah,
him. No,
we don't wanna talk about that
he's actually the chairman of a Native American tribe at,
tiene
feria.
at a casino. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
this guy was one of the #1 high school players in the state of California when he was in high school, and this guy was just amazing. I got to see him play, and I said to myself, "That's what it's supposed to sound like." And as a matter of fact, I'd say about 22 years ago, we played his younger brother's wedding with the band Suave, right?
Yeah.
And my cousin hadn't played in a while. I flashed my trombone at him. He came up on stage and killed a solo. And trombone's one of those instruments that you just can't put down and pick it up again. He's
I refuse to pick that one up again.
man, and he came up and killed it. Great player, great musician. That whole family is part of my they're cousins through my dad's side.
Okay.
All what are in the Inland Empire back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s,
Wow.
80s. What are the Lunas, the Macaros, the Gomez's, and then other family members that I know are like Robert Vasquez. A lot of family members that came from that circle.
Yeah.
Very inspirational, and I just always felt I always had to be at my best to be in that circle, it's been a really fun ride. I've got to meet a lot of great people, great friends, and we were talking earlier about the positive energy. You leave these gigs, man, with this great feeling in your heart that you just did something and you made somebody happy, there, and you can't put a tag on that, man.
Yeah, and it's nice when you can feel that same way with musicians. It just makes it so much even better than instead of just the public. But when you have that chemistry on stage, it's an amazing feeling. And then you have it with the people out there dancing and just giving you that positive vibe back. It's amazing. Yes.
I used to play. It's funny you say that. I used to play with a salsa band in Long Beach at a club there on Pine Street.
Uh-huh.
And won't use the name of the club because my kids used to show up on the Metro, and they'd be hanging out. They still weren't of age to go in the club, but you could hear the band from the patio.
Yeah.
And they would hang in the patio.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like, "Dad, what does that band have that other bands?" He goes, "What made that band so special?" And by the way, the band leader is still Miguel Ángel Vertiz, dear friend of mine, singer, soon to be trombone player.
Oh, right on.
Anyways, and I asked Miguel that question one day, and it goes back to what you were just saying right now. What makes certain bands different? And I'm probably going to get a crazy response for this, but
That's what we want.
when the musicians genuinely love each other and
Yeah.
have each other's backs on
Oh, yeah.
stage.
Whole different
yeah.
world.
Wow.
It's a whole
It
different
is.
world.
Wow.
It is.
Yeah.
A 4-hour gig
Yeah.
goes like 20 minutes.
Yes.
Right.
And you're like,
'Cause you're having so much fun.
What happened?
Oh yeah, you have
You
to
know,
get along.
and so it's I always myself, my adult kids now, they always revert back to that band and some of the bands I play with that you know, that love and energy.
Yeah.
My youngest just got married. It was a year ago last week in Laughlin, Nevada, and I took that particular salsa band, I threw them together, and we did their wedding at the Riverside. And you know, there was a lot of young kids, younger generation there that I didn't think were going to dig the band. They were like just even Sammy Medina from Balance.
Yeah.
Sammy
Right.
told me, he goes, "Why don't you just play funk?" He goes, "Why do you got to play that salsa stuff?" And Sammy's like,
Whoa.
you guys are actually pretty good." kind of
It's
funny,
another
man,
world,
but
man. It's another world.
it is. It's another world where there's so many things going on stage that
Makes it fun.
you better either have the swing or counting with your feet, because you know if you miss it, you're late.
You're late. Right.
Yeah.
Wow. That sounds
Yeah.
like a lot of fun.
So you enjoy salsa music, big time.
That's my strength and forte, but I do my darnest to make love to all music, because
yeah.
I mean that's where you get your calls again.
Sure.
I'm trying to market myself now as a vocalist and as a guitar player too.
Sweet.
To where, and not necessarily doing so much electric guitar work. People ask me, "Well, why don't you play electric guitar?" I go, "You had a guest a few weeks ago who's one of the best on the planet, Maurice."
Oh, yeah.
And I go, "That's why I don't play electric guitar, because you got some of these guys that are just
Yeah, he's
they make
filthy.
they make it look too easy, you know."
Maurice.
I know.
Mauricio.
I know. Yeah,
We call him the GOAT. That's his new name now.
Yeah.
The GOAT.
Híjole.
his playing is crazy.
And so I mean, yeah, I stick to the acoustic and to the bolero jazz, that
Yes,
kind of
love
stuff.
that.
But I just recently started doing big band on trombone, playing with the Wednesday night RCC band.
Sweet.
And former Sangria member Jack Musgrove's
Yes, yes.
in that band. Alan Mascari
Oh.
is in that band. So it's a nice, really cool hang. I hang with these
It's
guys
during,
on
during the week.
Wednesday nights. We do it on
Where
Wednesday
at?
night at Riverside at the RCC at the
Oh,
Coil
yeah.
Hall. We're gonna be having a concert coming up on a Thursday probably sometime. I'm not sure exactly when the concert is,
Yeah.
but these bands, he has like 5 rehearsal bands there. The Monday night band is that's directed by Charlie Richards, which is
Sick.
a crazy level. Who is it? Stephen Ragsdale's our director, and really picked some great tunes for us to perform, and challenges us with some difficult reading tunes. And so it's helping me out. It's helping me out.
Great.
I was told I need to do more reading, and I'm trying to do more reading now as
Yeah.
time goes on.
Oh. Yeah, that'll always make you better.
You're always learning.
Yeah.
Trying that every day.
Did you
every
see?
day.
Did you see Martin's video earlier before you got here?
No.
I
Did
showed
you,
him.
Rosie?
Where I did the trombone out there.
Oh yeah.
He was just kind of introducing who was going to be here, and he's all, "This is what it's going to sound like," and he all loud. Oh my God, I was busting up.
Michael's telling me to play a little bit more. I go, dude, I don't have that much air. The air supply is over there, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'll beat anything with my hands, but not with my mouth.
Excuse me. Anyway, go ahead. I'm listening to more of his stories.
Oh, he's got a lot of stories.
It's just been, like I say, it's been a ride. I've got to travel throughout the United States with a lot of the members from Cannibal and the Headhunters. We're backing up an Elvis show called
Nice.
The Three Faces of the King, I believe, something like that. Ron Kurtz was producing it from the Three Faces, or from some rock and roll show. But I know Beto Zapata and John Barella had got me on that gig.
Nice.
And it was really fun just hanging with these guys, traveling and running through the airports, doing their performances, meeting all these different Elvi. And
Oh, yeah.
it was really cool, really nice. Got to play with some very talented musicians there. One of my mentors here in Los Angeles, Bobby Loya,
Oh, yeah.
trumpet player. That guy is just, he actually was one of the first to give me a break with the salsa band out here back in probably the late 90s.
Wow.
And very amazing player. He reminds me of that artist that you see on you know, the artist with the afro that draws really pretty. That he's so humble and just say, "Oh, let's see what this looks like," and he'll paint the most beautiful picture, right?
Yeah.
And Bobby was the same way, man. He's very humble about his playing.
Oh, that's awesome.
But he'll scratch something on my chart, on the sax player's chart, and say, I don't know if it works, guys, but let's try this at the end of the song. It's the
Sure
most
enough.
beautiful cadenza,
Oh,
beautiful
wow.
chord, you know, and you're like, whoa.
See, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that.
He was part of that Little Joe band back in the early 70s. That whole band, believe it or not, from what I hear, that whole band was able to write charts and everything. Even the drummer, Sal
Like Little
Rodriguez
Joe
from
was,
War,
So,
was their drummer.
Like Little Joe was the first, like Tejano musician to use horns, or was there somebody for him?
That I'm not sure. Now there's a band in Texas right now that's slamming called Aviso. They're Texas's Tower of Power. They go out with 5 or 6 horns sometimes,
Ooh.
and they
See, I like that Tejano music.
they get as funky as Tower. They get, I mean, into the traditional, but how can I say it? They're just
Aviso, huh?
as a matter of fact, they redid one of Little Joe's tunes. I think called El Disco. Johnny Hernandez, who's Little Joe's brother, sang it, and there's a trombone solo on that tune. I recorded that for them during pandemic, and what was it? So what I did is the trombone player they used to have back in the 70s was a guy named Chucho Gallardo, Joe Gallardo, right? And that guy, he lives in Germany now. Amazing trombone player. He has a Latin jazz ensemble in Germany now.
Yeah.
But this guy is just a phenomenal player. I think he might have went to North Texas. And so I learned that solo note per note because you hear some, I mean, there's certain things I like adding my own flavor to.
Yeah, sure.
But when it's something great like that, that the solo he did was just phenomenal. And so they send me the chart and they're like, I'm like, this is different. They go, yeah, that's what we want you to play. And I go, oh. So I had to relearn it.
Oh,
I had to
jeez.
relearn it. I kind of read it down and did it in a couple of takes. But I had learned Chucho's solo note per note.
Oh my God.
To try. It's a very challenging solo that he played on there. But it was on a song called El Disco, and I think Johnny Hernandez redid it in one of his medleys.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
very cool.
history there.
So when you came into playing with Sangria, you understood why Dan ran his band like a Marine.
Oh yeah.
You fit right in.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You're like, what are these guys crying about?
Yeah. No. That,
I had to
that
learn the
was-
hard way, man.
That. I mean, that was love coming from him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That was
Yeah.
his passion, you know. So, but yeah, I had always heard that before I even met him. That he runs his band like he's in the military, and it showed.
Yeah. You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
to,
once
yeah.
Martin got in the band, then it was like, oh yeah, the Martin's like, because he
Well,
is
But
not
then
a
when I got it,
military
I was like, oh, now I get it. Yeah,
Right.
it took me a minute, but when I got it, I was like, now I know why you have to be like that, especially what's going on right now. But yeah,
especially now.
man, he was brutal, but he was brutal for the right way, for the right reasons.
But he was
All
funny.
love.
But he was funny.
This is a swap.
Hey,
meet
we all
story.
had a nickname, you know that, right?
Oh, we all did.
I
All
wanna
of
hear
us.
the swap meet story.
Oh, let's hear it.
This-
Well, what was your name though?
I didn't never heard mine, but I'm sure he had a good one for me.
I'm sure he did.
I'm sure he had a good one for me.
Rosie?
She would know. Look at her. Rosie would know, and she probably won't say it.
So no,
We all had a nickname.
Ay.
no, he was. We're at the swap meet, and I think this was not too long ago because he was in a wheelchair
Yeah.
already.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the horn players was directing the band at the time, and we went off the list of music. We didn't stick to the list, right?
Uh-oh.
He stood up, and one of the trumpet player looks at me and goes, "Hey, we are in trouble." I go, "What happened?" He goes, "Guy deviated from the song song list. We are in trouble, and boy,
Yeah,
we got
dude.
it.
He's not gonna let you slide, bro.
We
Not
got
bad.
it."
Oh yeah, there were a few times he would stand up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. Because he stood up.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Sometimes in the morning, like before the swap meet, you get there early, right, setting up and stuff, and he would be sitting right there with us, and he would already see something he didn't like or need to say, and he's already like, Rosie, take me up there, and she's like, not yet, take me up there, I'm gonna take myself. And it's like, oh my God, here we go.
Oh yeah.
And he starts rolling.
He knew exactly how he wanted it and when he wanted it.
You know, and that's the thing too. I guess in this business, he did one thing. I will say, I have many positive things to say about him, but one thing that stood out is he took care of his clients. He took care of his clients, honored the contract,
Oh yeah.
and in this business, word gets around fast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Word gets around fast.
Yep.
Your guys are there on time. Your guys are ready to perform.
Very
from-
professional.
Yeah.
Yes,
For sure.
and you know that word gets out, and I think that's one of the aside from having all the talented musicians they had,
Yeah.
that's one of the things that kept this band very busy. Instead of having their fan base peak every year, it just keeps on growing and growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it's
You know, it's funny. I started playing with a salsa band, youngsters out here in Fontana called. Back then, they were called Conexión Latina. The two brothers went on to create their own band, and it's a very successful band now called Plena Vista. Right? They're from El Salvador.
Okay.
Great band. And my very first rehearsal playing with these guys were still like in their late teens, early 20s. I walk into the studio, they jump back and they go, "Hey, it's Sangria's trombone player." Really? That's a true story, bro.
They were kids when they saw you. Yeah.
Yeah.
good. I know. I love to hear that. Yeah, and obviously things have changed with Dan not here, and me and Rosie kind of taking it by the horns. But it's
the
not
only way to
easy.
do it.
It's not easy. It really isn't. But I enjoy the heck out of it, and but it's just the musicians having to switch and
Yeah.
learn, because Louis, he's been with us for such a long time. Him
Yes.
and Martin
Yes.
are the oldest ones that have been with us, and so especially Louis used to having that certain sound.
Right.
And when he doesn't hear it, and these new guys are coming along trying to play it different, he's like, "Ay Dios, here we go otra vez." So,
Right.
But yeah, so it's very fun. It's interesting.
I think we got the ghetto bird going on here. I think they know that Leonard's here.
Yeah.
Oh, play a car chase.
Oh yeah, there's car chases
car chase,
all day long.
We hear them go
In
through
California
here, dude.
now,
Yeah,
huh?
'cause
LA area.
Our back wall is the 60, so yeah, there's been quite a bit of
Yeah.
car chases where the cops are.
That's a business as usual out here now, huh? It is.
Yeah.
I always tell my sons,
Every
they
day.
always driving in LA,
Car
stay clear of those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah, even coming home late, Martin has been gone from playing, right? For, God, almost a year.
Here.
And he just came back last month for the swap meet, and he did a couple of privates that Sangria's had. So I had not been out late, and if we play at Bruce's, Rosie works the door usually, so I'm not out there late. If it's a private gig, we go, pay him, and we come home. So Bruce's was up a couple of weeks ago, and Rosie was doing the hula, so I had to go work the door, and I hadn't driven home that late in a long time. And it's, man, it sucks
Hey, it's
because
a whole new world out
yeah,
there.
Martin was
Oh,
going to go
man.
with me, but the chemo was still coming out clear,
Yeah.
so we had to, so I went by myself, and I have to wait till the very end, because I swear, Rosie's like, "Yeah, these people coming still at 12. Oh, no kidding. And I had people coming at 12:45.
Wow.
And I'm like, what the heck? Why are they coming so late? But, so I didn't leave till about 1:10, 1:15, and
yeah, driving home at that time. There's a lot of crazies on the freeway. We've seen a lot of crazy people driving on the freeway
Yeah.
at 2 a.m. in the morning, and we've seen it, speeding, accidents, and yeah.
or how
it's-
about when the freeways are blocked because they're doing
Drag races.
construction? No, construction.
Construction,
And
yeah.
you're trying to get home. You're like, oh my God.
I hit the 60 not too long ago off the 605, and this Dodge Charger and Camaro literally hit their hazards, stopped the traffic, stopped all the traffic, and they took off. They stopped it enough to where there was nothing in front of them,
Yeah.
and
So they could race- so they could race
so they could
each other.
race.
Wow.
And
Pendejos.
yeah, it's crazy because they just don't involve themselves; they involve everybody
Oh
that's
my
out
God,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
Yeah,
one
it's
of
so
those things.
dangerous,
It is.
So, the commercial where the kids come on and there's like, watch for my parents because they're working hard on the streets.
right.
And
Caltrans,
I'm going
yeah.
to put the same thing. Watch the musicians that are trying to drive home from a gig,
Right. Oh yeah.
For anybody, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Which that brings to me, we always talk about a health check, and I asked Martin this morning, what are you going to talk about? And he's like, I don't know. We didn't really think about it. But one of the health things that you guys need to, I think I've mentioned to my girls, I was talking to my daughter-in-law the other day, about strengthening your back.
Oh.
As a
absolutely.
woman especially,
Yes.
because I never thought I would have back issues, I just, whatever, I wasn't,
back surgery.
I wasn't a big sports player growing up. My mom didn't really allow me to do I did cheerleading and baseball here and there, softball. As an adult, I played softball, had fun with it, but I never thought that I would have back issues. And I don't even know how it started. I think I went and got a checkup. They saw my spine, that it was,
Chueca.
yeah.
Oh,
And
scoliosis.
from there, yeah, and that's what I have. So it started from there. So they're going to do a full blown-on back surgery, open up my whole back,
Oh, man.
put pins and all
Yeah.
bolts to hold my spine back up. But he said that's just too much for you. That's going to be too painful, so they didn't do it. They did some other type of surgery. Still hasn't helped. What it did was give me some nerve damage on my legs
So
and
she's
my
got
feet.
neuropathy.
So I had neuropathy on my feet, and sometimes like you get cramps in your calves and stuff. Oh my God, yeah. Feels like someone's in there twisting my legs.
So we're definitely looking into yoga. Yoga is something that
Yeah.
we don't need to lift, but we definitely just keeping your
Stretch.
body limber and
Yes.
be able to stretch
So
is
all
do
I
a lot
could
for you.
suggest to
Strengthening.
you people out there is please strengthen your back and
Cojan más seguido.
walk.
That'll stretch your legs, abran las patotas, los brazos, y que les llegue el pepino. Es todo.
Walk as much as possible.
Y como decía el Walter Mercado, pero con mucho,
Dios santo.
mucho amor.
Con mucho, mucho amor.
This guy. I might have to find you co-host. Anybody wants to nominate?
She loves it.
We, we got your son watching. Look at.
Hey, what's up, MJ? I miss you. Where you been, Papa? God damn it.
So I think Leonard's gonna. You guys are gonna do a song.
Yeah. Well, keep talking for a bit while I get it ready.
Then get hooked up over here. And Rosie, you want to come and sit over here next to me?
Yeah.
For a minute?
See your tan.
Yeah. Guys, show off your tan, girl.
See your tan.
We gonna do a 50-50 Sunday? Gotta do a 50-50 Sunday. Hey, I should have been having you make another shot. What the heck? Just sitting there.
Might as well.
Yeah.
Let's
come
see
on.
that tan. Don't trip over here, Mama.
You used to bartend.
You know, as far as physically conditioning, one thing
Yeah.
I really preach these days now is the pool.
Oh, you know what?
A
Martin
lot of
used-
walking in the
Yes.
pool. That really is.
Yeah, and that's when he said hi to his son, that's what he is. He's always been a swimmer, and now
Oh, yeah,
he
water
trains
polo.
and
Oh man.
coaches.
Two
and-
of
Girls High School.
¿Qué pasa el burro?
Hey,
That's right.
I know.
All right, here we go.
Are we gonna do it?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess.
Louder. Is that good? After your solo, coming up. Oh yeah. That's it. I told you there was a freight train
Dang,
coming.
beautiful,
Maya.
beautiful. I love it.
So I think everybody is now awake. Our neighbors, they're all up whether they want to or not. I love it.
what
What
a-
did lava? So Rosie, you stay there because I gotta go take a leak.
Oh my God. This guy. So how was Hawaii, Rosie?
It was cold,
Yeah?
but it was nice. I loved it.
Oh, I guess Hawaii is just beautiful all year
All year
round, you
round.
know?
Did you get water in the ocean?
Yeah.
Now it was okay. I know it's getting kind of. They're actually having a mild winter now. So Was the water still warmer than what it
Yes.
Yes, I bet.
Really?
Yeah.
You
Yes.
could
Very-
Still
yes.
in. Yes.
Because I'm a big chicken when it comes to going in a pool
Did
or
you get to see the
water.
North Shore?
That's where we stayed. The North Shore.
I hear that's really nice. I don't know.
Beautiful.
It's beautiful.
You go around between November and now, and you get a chance to see those 15, 16-foot waves.
Dang.
Most people stay in Waikiki and they don't see that. It's very it's Los Angeles on the water pretty much.
Oh,
but you go
okay.
towards the North Shore, towards Maui, one of the other islands, and you get to see a whole other side. Did you guys do the Polynesian Cultural Center?
That's where I was right across the street from there. We were
Very
staying in a
nice.
house.
Very
it
nice.
was very nice.
Dang.
It was beautiful.
Oh, that's right. You didn't stay in a hotel.
No,
You-
we stayed at a
Was
really.
this your first time?
I've been there
Nice.
2 other times.
Jeez, I know that's the way Martin's niece, the one in Canyon Country, always in Hawaii. Like it started with her husband working out there like 6 months out of the year, and now every chance she has, she's like, "I'm going to Hawaii." I mean, I told Martin they're going to retire there. I know they will because they love it that much.
If I could, I would. I'll tell you.
Oh,
It's
but
a
it's very
whole nother-
expensive, huh?
It is, but you know the way things are right now, we live in the most expensive state there is right now in the
That's
country.
true.
It's no worse than it is
And
here.
and our niece always tells me too, you should take her cooking over there because there's nothing, especially Mexican food. There's no authentic place or anyone cooking
You would be
like
in a
that.
class by yourself, honestly.
Wow, let's vámonos. Let's pack it up. Sangria, vámonos. We're gonna start Sangria Hawaiian
They
style.
do have a salsa band out there now. They
Oh
do have
my
a salsa,
God.
so it's evolving. I know a dear friend of mine that plays with Somayor, Danny Balancio.
Mm-hmm.
His brother Michael lives out in Maui, but I think he's actually playing again. Michael used to play with Yari More
Mm-hmm.
out here, and Danny goes out there to visit him quite often.
Yeah.
But it's slowly but surely, but they're getting a musical scene out there.
See, that would be awesome. Yeah. One day we'll get to go visit over there. I did when I was only like 12, but maybe again. We'll see. But anyway, I want to thank Leonard Luna for coming on our show today. I need to get cooking because this man asked for a ribeye steak, medium rare.
I got some questions.
So I didn't. Oh, okay. I didn't want to cook it yet until we're off the show and make it nice and fresh.
Stay right there.
Yeah, some questions still though.
All right, it's just a little bit of sports trivia. I know you're a boxing fan, baseball fan. I just want you to, if you are really a boxing fan, I just need you to name one boxer from Panama, one boxer from Mexico, one boxer from the U.S., and one, any weight, any class, and one boxer from Canada. That'll probably be the toughest one. So you can go ahead and start with
Mexico?
Panama. I'll make it easy. Panama's easy.
Panama, we already know.
Manos de piedra, right?
Manos de piedra.
Let's go with Mexico's easy.
No, it's not easy because there's so many that we love and respect that
It's
we're
got to be a
actually-
current or ex-world champion.
let's just say probably one of the best that's ever laced up a pair of gloves, and we'll say Salvador Sanchez. May he rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
That's the only man to ever defeat another. Let's go further.
With another woman.
Nigeria, Africa, Azuma Nelson.
Zuma Nelson,
Yes.
dude. That guy
My
was a
son was in
monster.
Vegas. My son was in Vegas, and their cab driver was from Nigeria.
Nigeria.
And they were talking boxing, and the cab driver
He was
had
from
had-
Accra, Ghana.
Yes.
Yes.
He had a kind of a smirk on his face, and when my son mentioned Azuma Nelson, that smirk just got serious and it turned to a smile. And he goes, "How do you know about my countryman?"
Who doesn't know?
Right.
Amazing.
So now, U.S. Marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Rest in peace.
May he rest in peace.
Another
Yeah,
one.
that was another guy that I
Yeah.
just feel was just so ahead of his time and still left his footprint in the sport.
Yes.
Canada, you know what? I'm going to mention one, and it's not.
He doesn't even have to be a champion. Just somebody from
No,
there.
he was a champion, but it's kind of controversial because a lot of people say, "Oh, he's from the UK." No, actually, I think he represented Canada in the Olympics. Was Lennox Lewis? Lennox Lewis.
Oh, Lennox Lewis. Yes.
Lennox Lewis.
Originally Jamaican, I think, right?
Yes, but he fought in the Olympics as
As a Canadian.
citizen.
Yes. Wow, that's pretty good. All right, let's do another one more.
Well,
Now we're going to go to a
lots
different
of-
sport. We're going to different baseball. Dominican, Puerto Rican, Cuban, and of course a Mexican. So let's start with Dominican. A Dominican baseball
Oh, my
player.
goodness.
Past or present? That's
You know
easy.
what? This one's going to be near and dear to a lot of us, especially that like to partake in the herb. Manny Mota.
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
Former Dodger. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Póngale a su vicio, cabrones. Spark that shit up. Yeah. Good one, Leonard. Good one. Let's go
Oh, my
to,
God.
that was Dominican. Let's go to Cuba. Cuba.
Okay, quite a few of them from Cuba still coming
Yeah.
over here, making their way over here. But again, I
You
love
can
my
give me an old
Dodgers.
one's
I
even
love
better.
my Dodgers. Yasiel Puig.
Oh yeah, yes, yeah. He went
Cannon.
from Cuba to Mexico to the U.S.
Yes.
Yeah, the story's
Yes.
pretty crazy. Third one was let's go. Oh, the U.S. is easy. So let's go. Let's go to what's that island over in Kids of Caribbean? Where Kelly Jansen. Where's he from? Then I'll give you the name, but give me the country.
Curacao?
Curaçao. You got
Curaçao.
it. La mueblería, cabrón.
You know, that's
Badass.
I've
There's
met
some ball
some-
players out there.
Oscar de Leon actually recruited a few musicians from Curacao
wow.
that
Wow.
they don't even speak Spanish
No,
really well.
is it French?
I think
colonized?
so.
Yeah.
But these guys are just crazy good.
Amazing.
musicians. Yeah.
Amazing baseball players and musicians.
Yes.
And I guess Canada would be no. Let's go to Australia. See if you know an Australian baseball player.
Dude, you're really
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's a hard one.
He's
Difficult.
digging.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves baseball.
That's hard.
that is a tough one because
I don't even know him, dude.
Really, I mean,
But there is.
You know what? I'd say one thing. One of the best horn players out there today is Australian.
No way. What's his name?
You're gonna laugh at this one. Same name as the MD for the Doors, Jim Morrison.
Jim
James
Morrison. What a great
Really?
name.
This guy sounds like the late Bill Waters on the trombone, and can get up there with the great Arturo Sandoval on trumpet.
Oh, amazing.
This guy will trade eights with himself. He's on YouTube. He'll trade eights with himself.
Oh, that's crazy.
He's actually
Jeez.
recorded a big band CD where he plays all the instruments except drums, I think, but he can play drums too.
Wow.
And then here's something really unique about this guy. He's a pilot. So you know how big Australia is as a continent?
Yes.
He flies himself to his gigs.
Wow.
I love that. Bastard. I hate that.
Dang.
It's a fucking kangaroo.
Shit.
Well,
Nice.
that's you answered pretty good, man. That was great. I'm gonna hand it over to Sandrita, and
Like I said, I have to go cooking.
yeah.
But I wanted to mention again, Simply Stunningz. A lot of people don't know that I cater. So
Yes.
if you have anything that comes up, I just did a baby shower 2 weeks ago when it was raining, pouring. Man, Amanda, thank you so much. She's the one that does my red. It was her daughter's baby shower, and everything came out great. And she raved about my food. Thank you very much. So I do baby showers, I'll do weddings, I'll do personal parties at your house, whatever. And that's why I always, ask the guests what they want to eat and, whatever their favorite food is. So you seen I did Dominican, I did, what's Caesar? Or Caesar is
Dominican, yeah.
Dominican, and what do you do?
Colombian.
Colombian
Colombia.
food.
Bogota.
And I do Cuban food, and today I'm doing the all-American steak with mashed potatoes.
Yes.
And artichoke.
Hey, who asked for that? How did that come
Leonard,
about?
I text him. Now,
I
I'll
love
tell you
it.
something. We had
That's
Eddie
my boy.
Garcia with the company band, and I asked him, and he's like, "Oh, Sandra, make it simple, a cheeseburger." And I'm like,
I
"Are
love
you
it.
serious?" He's like, "Yeah." I asked Jose when he came over here, Leather and Lays. "Oh, Sandra, whatever you make is good. We don't care."
Slider burgers.
I did little sliders that day, 4 different types of little sliders. Then Latin, so they were like, "Oh, do
Tortas.
a torta."
Tortas.
So I did torta. I did big old thing of nachos,
Yeah.
And as I've been doing more of the guests, Rosie wanted salmon, and she
Yeah.
knows I always make salmon. So to me, it was pretty easy. But I made it like pecan crusted salmon that day. It came out really good.
And we did La Bandera
Yeah, we did that
Dominicana
for Caesar.
Caesar.
So, I've been challenged, and actually, thank God I follow a good recipe that it comes out okay. Leonard's more quiet to me. Leonard's real like, "Oh, Sandy, who cares?" Just,
No, he knew what
that's
he wanted.
I
He knew what he wanted.
That's what I expected. Oh, and I thought, great, another cheeseburger. John gets here. I go, "Hey, John, guess what I'm making today?" He goes, "Cheeseburgers." I go, no. This guy, within 10 seconds of the text, "Hey, what do you want to eat?" Ribeye, mashed potatoes, artichoke.
That's right, baby. That's right. A
Well,
lo que
I'll
no
be
vine pa'
damned.
esto.
What do you want?
That's
I'll be
right.
damned. So
Hey, you get the choice. That's right.
I'll be showing it to you guys in a few minutes in a picture. And thank you again.
Don't
for-
forget about Sunday.
Oh, yes. Sangria Sunday at the SWAT meet, 11.
Noon to 5.
No, noon.
Noon to 5.
Well, because we're there since 10. Sound checks at 11. I get
Simply-
confused.
Pre-gaming.
Simply stunning catering. You're never going to go wrong, as we say in the
Yes.
Comunidad Mexicana.
Sí.
Thank you.
Detallista. Detalles.
Got it.
Thank you,
Beautiful
Leonard.
thing.
Thank you.
Tremendo
Yeah.
sazón.
Yep. Oh, yeah. John with Unique Media, of course. Again, thank you so much for always showing up and helping us out here. And we cannot forget Industry Bar.
Industry Bar.
Woo!
Gabby and Mary. We
Yep. Thank you so much.
got a big banner coming up.
Yeah, they're getting our banner done if I can get the picture to them. But yeah, we're going to be getting that from next week. We may take a break next week or the next couple of weeks. I just want to get some more people on and
It may be you, just so keep it open.
changes. If you guys want to, text us or send a message on Instagram, whatever, You want to come on? Be my guest. I don't care. We have fun with it.
Yeah, we also have some friends that own a local business just down the street, Lewis and Blanchie, and I believe Soda will be playing there on Saturday. So if you're out here in the IE, here in Chino like we are, go support them, all right?
Yeah,
So
and I
we'll
want to
talk-
thank everybody for coming on today. That Michael Batista was on watching. It's what it is. That's my sister. Thank you. Your son's come on. Molly from Industry Bar is on. Thank you so much, Molly. NIE, which is my cousin Paul, his wife. So thank you guys
One more
for coming in.
I got one more thing that Leonard gave me. I usually ask our guests to bring something, anything that represents them. And I have this cool pick up. Some of our past members have brought us stickers or T-shirts or whatever. Leonard brought me this cool pick that has a picture of his dad. His dad recently passed away, I believe.
Oh,
and
I'm
it's got
so sorry.
it's a pic.
Are you sure you want to
with-
give it to him?
Yes.
Yeah. We're
Yes.
definitely gonna save this and
See if you can get a close up.
yeah, I'll bring it up.
Right there.
Right
You
there.
can zoom in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a cool
That
pic
is
with his
very cool.
born and
Did he play guitar?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. He played guitar and sang like Frank Sinatra.
Oh my
Yes.
God! Do
Yes.
you have recordings of him?
I do. As a matter of fact, my
we
son,
could
when he
share
got
that.
married last year, he did the song "Till There Was You" by the Beatles, and that was their first
Nice.
dance at their wedding.
Oh my
posthumously.
God!
Yeah.
That is so special.
oh, look
Yeah.
at that.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll put that in
Appreciate
a plastic
that.
thing and then
Yeah.
well, definitely it's a keepsake forever, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. And
Rest in peace, Papa.
I hope you guys enjoyed today's show. It was pretty cool. I love to hear their stories, see where they came from, and things that we just don't know about them. We just see them up on stage and
Yeah.
admire
just
what
behind the
they
scenes,
do,
man,
and
personal life
but to
about it.
really know them, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So.
Gracias.
Thank
We'll
you,
see
everybody, and we will see you. We'll be in touch. I'll let
Go
you
Dodgers.
guys know.
Yes,
Go
sir.
Dodgers! Yeah.
Sweep the Giants. We swept them.
All right, let's get to cooking.